Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and we welcome you to Buffalo Wild Wings in Pikeville, Kentucky. And I'm getting some weird feedback here in my headset. Apologize for that. I hope you're not hearing it. And we are live from Buffalo Wild Wings for Week 10 of the college football season here, Coach, with Reinhardt coming up. Let's not worry about that right now. Tell me, what's this season been like for you as we approach the end of the regular season?
Oh, man, it's gone so fast. You know, I feel like we just ended the last season. You know, it's been a blur. We've had some really high points. We've had some moments we'd like to have back, like any kind of season of life. So it's been good. You know, love these seniors, love these guys. You know, to have the opportunity to be 4-1 right now and go down there and split the conference championship and get the opportunity to get the automatic bid with the head-to-head matchup. You know, we talked about it a lot this week that you could be 9-0 right now. You could be 9-0 right now, and this game would still matter like it does.
Yeah, it does.
So, the fact that they were on the struggle bus a little bit early, we were on the struggle bus a little bit early. We both righted the ships, and we're right where we're supposed to be. There's a reason that the conference scheduled this game as the last game of the year for the next couple of years, because I think people think that this is essentially the de facto conference championship game.
So help me out here on this, Coach. The Appalachian Athletics Conference came out of the Appalachian Division of the Mid-South Conference. And in that period of time, since the beginning of that conference, that division of this, what is now this conference, Reinhardt had never lost a football game until we beat them last year.
Yeah, that's right. And you got to go back to the Mid-South. I think it was 2015 or 16 that I think somebody said. So for me, if you look at it, we created a super conference under the direction of Commissioner Eric Ward in the Mid-South, and it was 3 partial football conferences, 3 schools that didn't have enough to really have leagues. So you had the Sun, which was the Florida division, and you had the Appalachian division, which was all the schools in the Appalachian Conference, and you had the Bluegrass, which was, those traditional Mid-South schools, which we were a part of that. And then when it all broke up, we came over here with these folks, and it's been really, really good for us as a conference and as an athletic department and all those things as well.
And we're all about maybe handing them another loss this week.
Yeah, well, and if you look at it, we've been in the league, 3 years, a double overtime loss the first year. And then the loss here, the win last year, and then you got this year. So if you look at it, we've been really competitive with them, really have.
Really have, and I think that we quickly gained a lot of respect from around the conference. And I guess when you beat Reinhardt, that comes with the territory. But even from Reinhardt, I think we've gotten a lot of respect. Yeah,
for sure. I think you earn respect by how you carry yourself, how you play, how you perform week to week, and I think our guys have done that over the last couple of years in this league, and I think many of our teams in the athletic department have as well.
When we started this season, Coach, I know that we wanted a little better in the non-conference portion of the schedule. Other than one hiccup this year, it's been pretty smooth for us in the conference play, though.
Yeah, it has. The one hiccup kind of got us off kilter for a little bit, but we got right back on the bike and started pedaling.
Kentucky Christian last week, Coach, we were a little bit concerned about what they could do offensively, and we saw that. That's how the game played out, but our defense really stepped up when we needed them to. We had a big sack from Landon Rowe in a key situation on third down, and then Deej Savage and Najee Bellegarde were just unbelievable out there.
Yeah, what you saw last week was our game plan coming in was just kind of play some coverage and keep them in the pocket and some things. And then once, their quarterback really did a good job of executing, in that first half, we said, all right, we got to get him off kilter here. And we brought some heat. We brought some effort to make him uncomfortable. And I thought Coach Elliott and the defensive staff and the defensive, players that just did an outstanding job in that second half, giving us opportunities to get the ball and go score.
And the old ball coach, who only wants to throw the football, had 4 rushing touchdowns on Saturday.
Yeah. Well, we end up with some short fields. Coach Miner did a great job of rushing and pressuring their punter, which gave us, three opportunities for the punter to basically eat it. And they weren't blocks, but they might have well been blocks, and we had the opportunity at some short field. So offensively, our stats weren't dynamite. That whole second half, I don't know what we scored, 30-plus points, but it was really, quite honestly, with short fields.
We did a lot of that. And, Coach, we talked a little bit about Coach Miner and what he's done with our kicking game.
Yeah.
And, we had a 65-yard punt.
Yeah, that was a good one. That helps the stats.
That helps a lot right there. And then, of course, we both thought that Isaac Smith should have been the conference special teams player of the week.
Without a doubt. 3 field goals, all those PATs, without a doubt.
And here's the thing about Smith, Coach, and this is something that we're a week away from seeing history here. We've never had a kicker make every extra point in a season.
Yeah, if we miss one, you jinxed it.
I know. You can blame me for that. Don't blame him. Blame me if that's what happens. But that's a pretty good run, especially when you score as many touchdowns as we do.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
He's been a special find for us off of somebody's soccer team.
Yeah, just want to get back into football. Was a little bit rusty in the spring. Coach and him worked together to get some things right in fall camp, and he's been excellent for us.
And it's been it's really been a special run, Coach. And we had senior day and a lot of families in attendance and a lot of those special times that you want to see out there. I thought our team did a really good job of controlling the emotion that goes along with senior day.
Yeah, they controlled the emotion. There was some chippiness that they controlled. So I think you are right. There was some good control in that.
It's hard work for those guys to go through that, in my estimation, because especially when you're that age and you start looking around like, I'm not going to be his teammate next year. And
yeah, it is. And even my daughters, in the past few years, senior days are a little bit emotional for them because they figured out those guys are kind of transitioning to a new phase of their life, and then there's going to be new guys coming in, and it's different when you're in this kind of culture and family.
You mentioned the second half scoring 34 points in the second half.
34 points, pretty good output.
That's pretty good. Coach, we got a couple of veterans of the Coaches Show going to stop in here and talk to us today.
Yeah, we thought Deej, Savage would be a great fit this week, coming off a Defensive Player of the Week honor in the conference here, and then Jordan Williams, who's had a great record-breaking year, having the opportunity to talk a little bit about that.
He could get to 100 catches.
He could. What is he at right now?
He is at, he's like 89 or something.
Yeah, there's a chance.
Here.
There's a chance. Now, what they do is tough. But he'll have a chance, I promise.
The interesting thing about that, Coach, is that we have so many weapons. To have a guy catch that many passes, I mean, that really says something about the faith X has in him, that when I throw the ball out there to him, he's going to get it.
Yeah, for sure. I think he's Mr. Dependable. He's Mr. Dependable.
And we played a lot of the game, most of the game, without Brandon Newton last week.
Yeah, and we had some guys step in, make some catches. DeMarcus Calhoun Jr., and then his daddy was one of my college teammates. And then, we had the big drink of water transfer from University of Cincinnati hopping in there. So, I think those guys did a good job, in that area for us. So.
And we had
Ty Perkins. Gosh,
yeah.
Drew a blank there for a second.
Coach Stripling is a guy, Coach, who's kind of been flown under the radar a little bit for us, but he's always there, 3, 4, 5 catches. He's getting into the end zone again on Saturday.
Yeah, looking at his stats, he might have a chance to be all conference. We're not quite sure there.
Yeah, there's a lot of. I'll tell you what, if you're a receiver in this league, the measuring stick starts with what our guys are doing.
Yeah, for sure. And then, probably works its way down to the next step is probably those cats there at Bluefield. And then, everybody else kind of run the rock kind of programs. Well, KCU, I would say KCU then Bluefield. Those are top 3 that are throwing the ball right now.
I know that you're completely focused on what we're doing. There must be a sense of pride of what KCU's doing right now, though.
Yeah, I'm really proud that they've gotten back on track with some stability there. 2 coaches since I've left there. So, when Jake Russell left to go back to his alma mater very quickly after a stint at KCU there at Campbellsville, and he's doing a great job there, and it was the right move for him. It just created a little bit of instability, and, I think Coach Aubrey's done a great job of reestablishing some things there. So proud of those guys.
When we talk about Reinhardt and the success that they've had, what do you attribute that to?
Well,
What do they do there
not,
that the rest of us aren't?
Well, not many football programs started right, and they built facilities. They hired an excellent staff from the get-go with Dr. Cronick and his son Drew Cronick, who's now the offense coordinator at Navy, and then James Miller, the current head coach, who was there on much of that staff, much of those early years, does a great job, hard-nosed, tough guy. And I'll attribute it to this: you're essentially in Metro Atlanta.
That's a good point.
You don't even have to use a quarter tank of gas to go get your dudes.
And here's the other thing about there's so much talent in Georgia, and there's so few college football programs there. Everybody can't play at Georgia and Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
The rest of those dudes need a place to go.
Yeah, so when Reinhardt and Point and some of those people started football, it really gave another opportunity for that NAI caliber kid. Because Valdosta State and places like that, West Georgia, some of those Division II schools, they're really picking up Division I transfers. So
I think that's why Shorter had success early too.
Shorter did. Hated to see them go Division II. They haven't had much success since they left the NAI in the Mid-South and went to Division II. But there were another place that started it right with a good coaching staff and had a good system and some of those things. So yeah, we forget about Shorter.
And when you're in a situation where you're hosting the national championship game and you still decide to leave,
and a lot of people, that blue dot, that NCAA thing, really, they're enamored with the pride and prestige that goes with that. But we've got pride and prestige about the NAI as well.
No question about it. Coach, let's jump off here and grab one of those kids and bring them in here, and we'll be back with you at the end of the show.
Yes, sir.
That's Coach Corey Phipps. We'll be back after this. You're watching UPIKE Football Coaches Show from Buffalo Wild Wings. Welcome back to the UPIKE Football Coaches Show. My sounds a lot better. I hope you guys weren't getting that during the coach's interview. If you were, I sincerely apologize. Jordan Williams is joining me here, the wide receiver who we list on the roster as from Inland Empire, California. Class this morning, you told Gary that you were from Oakland, right?
No, I'm from Inland Empire. That was Marshawn Boyd in that city.
Okay.
From Oakland.
Okay, maybe I missed hearing you say Inland Empire because that would definitely stuck out to me. 5'10" senior wideout, who has the school record for receptions in a season already. 89 catches. Nobody's ever been there before. And what does that mean to you?
It really is just thanks to Coach Phipps for giving me the opportunity. I couldn't do anything without him or the other players, the offensive line, quarterback, other players give me the opportunity with the ball.
Tell me how much, in your estimation, how much faith X has to have in you that you've caught 89 balls. I mean, we got to know if we're going to throw it out there to you. There's a pretty good shot you're hauling it in.
Well, it's just every day in practice. As practice comes first, we work on it in practice, and then comes easy in the game.
11 catches on Saturday against Kentucky Christian. That's quite a few right there.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about the school record for receptions in a season, but you were also one of the favorite targets last year of Lee Kirkland. So what that tells me is it doesn't matter who's throwing you the ball. They've got faith that you're going to haul it in out there, right?
Yes, sir. That's just ever since I started playing football, my coach always told me, get him the ball, let him do his thing.
That's right. 89 catches for the season. I mean, you had 11 on Saturday. You have another 11 this Saturday, and, 100 catches never happened here. That's a lot of catches in one season.
Yes, sir.
If you think about that, 11 catches in a season or 100 catches in a season, we don't have many people who've had 100 catches in their career here. That says a lot about your ability to catch football and the impact that you've had on this offense.
Yes,
here.
sir.
Tell me about the you mentioned the line. How do they play into you getting open as a receiver?
They got to hold up for at least 3 to 5 seconds so the quarterback can give me the ball. Without them, nothing happens. So,
and go ahead, keep going.
So the offensive line is pretty significant.
Last week, Brandon Newton went out. Wasn't there. And I know you guys are really the two main targets. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's any question about that. And you stepped it up, obviously, when he went out. We certainly hope to have him back on the field this week. Mm-hmm. But, other guys have to be ready, right?
Yes, sir. It's always the next man up. That's the mentality in just football. Just be ready for the next man. But hopefully Brandon shows up and ready to play Saturday.
I got a feeling he'll show up one way or another, don't
Yes,
you?
sir. Yes, sir.
Be ready to help you guys lead this offense here. Tell me, Jordan, what this season's been like for you. What did you expect at the beginning of the season, and how's it played out for you?
I expected everything like that happened so far. Just just go in every week, dominate, and just hopefully come out with a win.
So from the looks of it here, Jordan, I'm looking through this. Looks like we're at about 12 players who have 100 catches in their career.
Mm-hmm.
You're that close to having 100 this season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, man, those are impressive numbers in my estimation.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Tell me, when you go home, what are you going to tell them about this season?
Well, actually, my family came out here this last week because we had senior night. It was a pretty big one. But when I go home, it's back at home. They're used to what I do, so it's not really a big thing. But yeah.
So back home, you're just Jordan, right?
Yes, sir.
What's your major, Jordan?
Health and human performance.
Health and human performance. So you see a lot of Coach Elliott's wife, then, right?
Yes, sir.
You see, I know you're in my class as well. So maybe not just only her, but I'm sure she's kind of leading the pack for you there.
Yeah.
She your advisor?
I actually have Dr. Prim as my advisor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Eric Prim, he's really good.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. So we go down to Reinhardt this week. Went down there 2 years ago, lost that game in double overtime. I don't think you were on that trip.
No, I was not on the roster.
You were not here then. Tell me what you know about that place. What have your teammates told you, and what do you expect?
They just told me it's going to be a very hostile environment. We're going to have to go in there and show up. It's not going to come easy. It's whoever comes up, shows out and play is going to come out with the win.
What do you remember about the Reinhardt game last year?
Really, last year we showed up. Last year we came out dominating, and I don't think they was ready to play with us, and the results showed it.
That double overtime loss 2 years ago had a lot of your teammates really excited about what was going to happen, and the opportunity to play them at home lit a fire under them, and you got to hope that we can maintain that going in this week, because whoever wins this one's going to playoffs. Yes,
sir. So it's a lot of chips on the table, a lot of marbles on the table, however you want to say it. It's just whoever's going to dial in. And
tell me, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I just want to be a offensive coordinator.
There you go.
Just a coach.
You're going to run the ball too, right, when you're offensive coordinator?
Really? Me personally, because I'm a receiver. My receiver's going to love me because I'm going to pass the ball. I'm going to pass the ball.
That's going to be good. I know a couple of times we've got a set or two where you actually line up in the backfield. Do you have much experience doing that?
Actually, all up until my freshman year in high school, I played running back. So running back was like the thing. And then senior year in high school, I played running back as well. So running back was always just my thing. Hopefully, Coach Phipps gives me a handoff here and there. But I've been asking. We gonna see.
Well, I know that the week that Amon was out, one of the people told me, we might just run Jordan back there and let it go.
I wouldn't mind that at all. I wouldn't mind that.
Tell me about Amon, a running back who can catch the ball the way he catches it. Like he has not as many catches as you do, but he has a lot of catches out there, especially for somebody who that's not his position.
Well, Amon's really an important player to this offense. He shows up with the ball, without the ball. He's important to this offense, so we need him.
So I mentioned earlier, I want to get this point out here, a 5'10" receiver. We tend to think of receivers as being 6'3", 6'4", 6'5". You're not. Mm-hmm. And, one of the top receivers that we've ever had here. What do you attribute that to? Well,
like Devontae Smith has always been like the smallest player. He's on my favorite NFL team. He shows up when his number is called, and I just look up to him and just try to be like him.
What kind of routes if coach said, all right, You're going to call your own play. What are you doing?
If I'm gonna call my own play, just give me the ball. It doesn't matter. Just give me the ball.
Get to you out in the flat and let you go, or you want to run down? You want to run a fly pattern, or what are we doing?
You can give me a flat, give me a slot fade, give me the ball. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna get it.
Long as
Yes,
you get your hands on it, you're
Yes,
going to make
sir.
something happen
Yes,
too,
sir.
right? So you do a lot of that. You do a lot of catching the football. What do you do when somebody else catches the football?
Well, as a receiver, you got. I know much receivers don't like to do it, but we all got to block. We have to block for running backs, other receivers. That's important, and that's what keeps you on the field.
Any time is there ever a playoff for you?
No. The only plays that you get off is when you're on the sideline.
Yeah, and we don't like that, do we?
No,
Don't want
sir.
to be on the sideline. All right. So in class, the class that I teach, you're in it. Deej is in it. Deej is up next. You guys kind of sit right beside each other. What's that relationship like, him being a safety and you being a receiver?
Well, when I first came into this school, Deej was like the first person I actually met. So like, we clicked from day one, and then we just hung out from there, and yeah, even during the off season, like we'd do one-on-one just to try to get each other better. Just anything to just try to get each other better, just because we know we're gonna have the matchups.
How often do you guys go against each other in practice? And that
Every day.
Do you
Every
really?
day. Yes, sir.
I would imagine you guys don't even talk to each other, right? There's no trash talking going on out
Oh
there.
no, yeah, we trash talk for sure. I like to get in his head. He gets in my head. It's part of the game.
And that's good because I know that happens on Saturday. Right?
Yeah.
So you got to be ready for it.
Yes, sir.
All right, Jordan. Anything else you want us to know about you?
No, sir.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get us a win on Saturday. Keep playing this thing, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's Jordan Williams. Appreciate him joining us here. We'll be back with Deej Savage after this. You're watching UPIKE Football Coaches Show from Buffalo Wild Wings. Welcome back to UPIKE Football Coaches Show. I'm Rick Bentley. He's Deej Savage. Deej, who are all these people here, man? You guys, like a lot of weeks, there's not a tremendous amount. There's a lot of people here
Right.
today.
They're just all my brothers just coming out here to support us as we get interviewed.
Deej, the AAC Defensive Player of the Week last week.
Yes, sir.
Were you surprised at that? Did you expect that?
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I mean, we got a lot of guys in our conference that are pretty gifted, so I was kind of surprised.
I'll tell you, I told Gary this after class today. We were talking about it, that I thought that the hardest thing for you being Player of the Week was deciding between you and Naj and Levi. Whoever I nominated, I felt like we were going to win it.
Yes, sir.
That's got to be a good feeling right there. You know,
Right,
it's
for
you or
sure.
one of your brothers are going to win that thing.
Yes, sir.
6 tackles, 5 of them solos, 1 tackle for loss. As a safety, how you get a tackle for loss?
You know, I always I just love getting tackles for losses because it just shows safety is the farthest guy back, and him coming to get a tackle for loss is just pretty cool and pretty different.
Tell me about the pick.
The pick, all shout out to Levi Evans. He got a tip, and I just made a play when I could.
He made the tip and you made the catch, right?
Yes, sir.
And tell me about this picture I got right here, one of your 4 pass breakups when you were flexing a little bit there after
Yes,
the
sir.
play.
I mean, I made a little deflection. I had a lot of energy from it, so I just had to show him what I did.
And what I like is that you're not looking at the dude.
Right.
You're not. That's not about him. That's
Right.
about you and your guys.
Yes,
right?
sir.
It's about our team.
Right.
4 pass breakups in one game.
Yes, sir.
That's quite a bit. That's also, and I'll take responsibility for some of this because I'm not real sure that we're always looking
Right.
for the pass breakup. Like, okay, he didn't catch that ball, but was there a reason he didn't catch that ball,
Right.
right? And that's where you come in, 4 pass breakups, and I think that was probably the key to you being Player of the Week. this
Yes,
week.
sir. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I would say that's probably what set it apart with 4. Because, I mean, 6 tackles was okay, a pick was okay, but 4 is a lot in the game.
I think that if you have a pick and you're going to rely on that for Player of the Week or something like that, then you probably need a return, maybe
Maybe a
to
pick
score.
6, yeah.
So 38 tackles on the season so far, 3.5 for loss. So I mean, you're used to being back there with those tackles for loss. and a team high 3 picks, 8 pass breakups. It's been a pretty good season.
Yes, sir.
Not over yet.
No, not at all.
Tell me what Reinhardt does.
Reinhardt, they're a get down and nasty team. They love to run the ball. So
They like to run it. We like to throw it. For me, the secret weapon on offense is Amon, because
Right.
people think they throw it, and then here's a dude who
can just go and do whatever he wants.
and that is a fact. When I say that you're 4th on the team in tackles, but Levi is just his numbers are off the chart this year. And then you got your boy Naj and Brett Coleman,
Yes, sir.
your fellow safety back there ahead of you. So I think what I say is that we gang tackle.
Yes, sir.
You guys just really get after it, and I don't think any of you are terribly particular about which one of you get to the guy.
Right.
Just want to make sure somebody gets to him. Right?
Yes, I think it's a good thing to pride on tackling, because when you have a bunch of dudes that want to get after the ball, it just makes the game even better.
And is this your second, third year here?
It's my 3rd year here.
Third year
yes,
here?
Sir.
So you've been to Reinhardt.
Yes, sir.
You played in that double overtime loss.
Yes, sir, I did.
What do you remember about that?
Oh, well, I'll be honest. I was kind of on the sideline supporting my guys, playing my role. But I just remember it was a very tough game. And it came down to the last second, and they got the win. But it was a good game to just be a part of. And, yeah.
Henderson, Nevada. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Henderson, Nevada, just very fast-paced, big city. Yeah, it's just going 24/7.
It was interesting when we started football here. I was talking to the head coach, and I said, "Coach, we got these guys from all over the South. How are we going to keep them here?" And he said, "Rick, a lot of these kids come from towns that they don't have a movie theater, and they don't have a Walmart, and those sorts of things." He said, he said, this will be kind of a big city for them. That's not the experience that you've got.
No, sir. I would say the experience I got from here is the family culture. Like in Las Vegas, Henderson, I don't really get that family culture. So that's why I really love this place so much, is because I feel welcome. When I got hurt last year with my knee, I didn't have to go home because I felt welcomed here. I felt safe, and I just felt the family culture surrounding me. So
You have a lot of people looking out for you. And also, Deej, you're one of those dudes that, when people see you on campus, they don't think that looks like an athlete, that looks like a football player. That's Deej.
Yes, sir.
We know you. We know who you are.
Yes, sir. I give all thanks to my mom. She's watching right now. But
Good.
She just raised me so well, and I just love to be a people person and just make others feel welcome as they should, because this world it's a little evil. So you got to make everyone feel welcome and loved.
So I'm going to say this. Mom, you did awesome with this guy right here. We love Deej Savage on this campus right here, and love seeing you on Saturday on that football field.
Yes, sir.
So tell me what's going to happen on Saturday.
There's not much to say. We just got to get it done one snap at a time and just do what UPIKE Bears do.
So you let me see here what I got. You got 3 picks. Any of those stand out to you?
The picks don't really mean anything to me, really, because, at the end of the day, I didn't make those happen. The guys on my team did. It starts from the D-line, the linebackers getting pressure and all that. So once I had an opportunity, I just seized the moment, but all thanks to those guys.
That's why everybody on campus loves Deej Savage right there, because it's not about you, it's about us,
Yes,
right?
sir.
It's about what we do here. And I loved your story about the family atmosphere on this campus, because that's something we take a lot of pride in that we try to have an impact on you, on your life. And we try not to do that so much with words. We like to show you. Like, I can tell you all day I love you, but I need to show you that I care about you and that you're important to me and that sort of thing. And what I like about our relationship, I got the same thing with Naj and a lot of the guys on the team, is that when you, sometimes I don't even see you and I hear, "Hey, Rick," and I look around and there you are.
Yes, sir.
Because that's the relationship that we have with each other. And I know I'm not the only one on this campus you've got that with.
Right, yes, sir. I got relationships with everyone on campus, and life is all about opportunities and connections. So I just want to leave a good first impression and just continue to build genuine relationships with others.
I'm going to ask a selfish question here just for a second, so bear with me. Gary Justice, was in our class today. Gary is a legend around here. He's the only baseball player in school history with his number retired. He's a Hall of Famer here. He's worked here multiple times, and he can't stay away from this place,
Right.
and we don't ever want him away from this place. What was your experience listening to him talk about that this morning?
It was just wonderful how he spoke, just well-spoken, and I just got a lot of knowledge from him, especially with his faith and how he loves to treat others and leave a good impact on others. He's a very good man.
He loves to shine the spotlight on other people.
Yeah.
And he has done a game or two of football this season. He wants to do more, and we love having him around. And what I was hoping this morning was that you guys would see his passion for the school and
Yes, sir.
why we want him to always be a part of what we're doing here.
Right. Yeah. He you can really see like how much he loves this school, and that means a lot to us athletes. Just seeing people like that cater to us and help us just get the stories out to our families that are far at home.
So when you think about what goes on campus, and I know how busy you guys are, but things like What's Up Wednesday and those sorts of things, and Fist Bump Friday that you guys kind of started here, what ones of those things will you remember when your time's done here?
For sure, Fist Bump Friday. I mean, just seeing the kids come out the car happy and just meet new people, it's going to forever be with me because it just shows how much you can do in somebody else's life, and it just means a lot.
I'm glad you're seeing that. I'm glad you're getting that experience.
Right.
Deej, you have been awesome for us. You are an awesome representative of us, and I thank you for joining us here on the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
It's Deej Savage. We'll be back to wrap things up with Coach Phipps after this. You're watching the UPIKE Football Coaches Show from Buffalo Wild Wings, Pikeville, Kentucky. Welcome back to UPIKE Football Coaches Show. Rick Bentley, Coach Corey Phipps. Those are two pretty good representatives of what we're trying to do here, right?
Yeah, they're great guys. Great guys.
I talk about this in my class sometime, Coach, and you get this completely, is that we bring together a group of people who without this school, may never meet. They may never know each other, and they establish lifetime relationships. They'll be in each other's weddings. They'll be celebrating when kids are born. And
It's pretty crazy when you think of it like that.
Yeah, it really is. And like I asked them in my class, how many of you would be here without your sport? And typically I'll have one or maybe two hands that might go up. And you look at these guys here. How many of these guys would be here? What are the odds Deej Savage would ever heard of Pikeville, Kentucky?
Yeah, that's right. From Las Vegas, Nevada, and then, playing California junior college football. Yeah, both those guys, came here from the California junior college system. So, yeah, they've fit in well here.
It's interesting. Jordan said the first person he met when he got here was Deej.
That is interesting. That you had both on this last regular season show.
And I asked him about practice, and he said, we go every day, and he said, we're talking to each other every day.
Yeah.
How does that work for you, Coach? You know there's trash talking going on out there. I think it's pretty friendly within the team, although I'm sure there's
yeah. I mean,
it's
usually pretty friendly. It's pretty benign, but then you've got days where somebody just touches somebody's feelings a little raw, and then it ends up being a little bit of pushing, shoving, and then you got to calm them down and make them hold hands, run a lap.
I had a high school basketball coach who made us do that one time. It wasn't me. It was two other guys got into a fight, and he made them hold hands and run around the floor. Tell me.
We don't do that, but I've seen it done.
I've seen it too. Tell me, what do we got to do Saturday? Tell me about Reinhardt.
We got to play a good team game. We got to play really well in the kicking game because they've got some dynamic returners and do some stuff really well. We got to take points when we can get points, and we got to play great defense against the run, and that's what we got to do.
What do teams try to do when they kick off to us? You think teams are just kicking, or are they trying to put it to one of the two?
Man, it's very interesting because I think that you've got some kickers who don't have great control in this league, and then you have a couple that do. So I think our return game has been solid this year. It hasn't been so elite that we're kicking away from anybody.
And Saturday, they like to run the ball.
Yeah, they're going to run the ball. That's who they want to be physical, run the football, play with tight ends, fullbacks, things of that nature.
And we don't see a lot of that.
Now, we don't see a lot of that, but they take a very hard-nosed kind of philosophy from their head coach James Miller. So it's interesting. It's going to be two different philosophies. Two big guys. James about my size. One guy likes to throw it, one guy likes to run it.
And what's that relationship like for you?
Oh, it's great. Me and James talk 2, 3, 4 times a week usually. Think we've talked 3 times this week already. So
have you?
Yeah. We don't. Now it's a little different talk on the week we play, but generally right after a game, he's on the bus, I'm on the bus, and we're talking and chatting about how the game went.
Pretty good camaraderie amongst the football coaches in the AAC.
Yeah, for the most part, I would say that the bulk of these cats really get it and understand what we're trying to do as a league and as individual schools and individual programs to uplift young people.
All right, Coach. So the last week of the regular season, and we will not know if we're going to do the show next week or not. In case we don't, people you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank Buffalo Wild Wings. I want to thank our coaches' families. I want to thank our team here from Pike TV. I want to thank our sports information crew, Bradley Yoder and Tyler Carter over there, and the kind of administrative team. I want to thank my young coaches, my old coaches, and most of all, I want to thank these players who've made it a heck of a year.
They really have. And I saw we had the baseball guys with us today.
We did.
Too.
They came over to get a free meal.
That's right. Everybody likes a free
They're
meal.
built about like offensive line coaches, so they need to come eat with us.
Oh, I love those guys. I can't wait till baseball season.
Yeah.
All right, Coach. What do we got to do? Tell me 2 keys to we're playing next week. Besides score more points than they do.
Well, I think stop the run and get some big plays on offense.
That's what we got to do.
Yeah.
Let's get us one.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Coach and I plan to be here next Thursday, unless we're flying to California or someplace. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to keep us relatively close. But I think we're going to be involved in what's going on next week. So just in case, Buffalo Wild Wings, been awesome. Tiffany, we cannot beat you here. Want to thank my staff and the Pike TV group that's here to help us out. All your players, Coach, and all it's been so much fun. I love learning from those guys. And I know I'm supposed to be teaching them things, and I learn from them every day.
Yes, sir.
And for you, Coach, I really appreciate this
Well, thank you.
opportunity to be a part of this show for a couple of years, and hopefully we can keep it going. So for all of those people, thanks to Buffalo Wild Wings, and thanks to you for tuning in each week to watch us here. Deej Savage's mom, if you're still watching, thank you so much for watching. He told me she was watching today. Appreciate her. And so for Coach Corey Phipps, I'm Rick Bentley. You've been watching the UPIKE Football Coaches Show from Buffalo Wild Wings.